Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, celebrity interviews, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
Welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. But for a radio audience tuning in here in Mississippi at WYAD 94.1 FM and WYADonline.com, we're glad that you all can be with us. Also tuning in to our online audience worldwide, thanks to iHeartRadio and Amazon Music Podcast. We're glad you all could be with us as well. Well, as you guys know, the new school year is gearing up, so a lot of activities will be going on, not only in Yazoo-City, but throughout the state and the country. One of the things, though, that a lot of people look forward to is the band, and we're excited to welcome to our broadcast today Mr. Justin Williams. He's the Yazoo-City High School Marching Band Director. I want to talk to Mr. Williams not only about his own love of music and band, but also now what it's like for him as a new band director at Yazoo-City, what he's looking forward to this year, and of course we'll let you guys know how to stay connected with him. Mr. Williams, thank you again for the time. Really do appreciate it.
Thank you all for having me. I'm really excited to be here today.
Hey, the pleasure is definitely all mine. Well, welcome to Yazoo. We're glad to be able to have you as the band director for the Yazoo-City High School Marching Band. We're going to talk more about that. Let's kind of talk, though, a little bit about your background, though, Mr. Williams. When did your own love of music and band, when did that kind of show up for you?
Well, for me personally, I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. So my love for music actually started in church, in the church choir. My mother was very involved in the church choir, and she made us be a part of the church. So that's where I kind of found my love for just, moving air throughout my diaphragm, which is why I play the trombone. I do a pretty good job at it. So I found it through there, and through there I reached out through percussion, and I played drums for a little while, and I found that I really liked the trombone. So getting close to the end of my senior year, I picked up the trombone, and it's been a great journey ever since then.
Got you. I know for myself, I attended school in Rankin County, Mr. Williams, and I played the trumpet from middle school to high school. So definitely enjoyed that, being a part of the band. And one thing, I had the same band director for middle school and high school. One thing that I appreciated was the camaraderie that we had as a band, working together, especially when it came to football games and that kind of thing. Was that camaraderie also something that you appreciated?
Now, that's something I always appreciate about the band, because one thing that the band is, especially the music world, it's a place for students who actually feel like they have that voice out there within the school or the community, and they can always come to the band room and feel like it's their place to get away. Unfortunately for me, I never had the opportunity to have a band director that stuck with us through the time. So it was big for me during my senior year when we actually got a director who really cared for us and made sure we got to the places that we want to be in and the levels that we want to grow in musically. So it's really important for me to be in an area like Yazoo and give the students what they deserve musically, and they deserve to be the best, and they deserve to be treated like they're the best, and all the scholarship opportunities. So I think with all those things together, the students usually come together really, really great, and it makes them happy to be around people who they usually didn't think that they would make friends with. As I'm looking at two of those students right now, and they just get along so well as opposed to when they first started. So, yes, the camaraderie is definitely a big thing opposed to other things.
Yeah, and Mr. Williams, I think for our audience out there, as we kind of think about music in general, music has a way of bringing people together, right? Like very few things can, I think. And I think it's great. I remember, again, even for myself and with music, it was I was in a pretty conservative area, but our band director tried to bring things that were modern in, so we did a little bit of everything. Is that kind of one of the things that you want to be able to do, of course, to be able to be a part of the entertainment there, of course, when it comes to Yazoo-City High School, but also to introduce the students to something new?
Very much so. Versatility for a musician is very, very crucial to their growth. So with the book that we do have, I like to introduce the students to all different types of music. They sometimes get a little mad at me and they call me old, because I always bring them a little older music because of the texture of the music, and it gives them just something a little brighter to listen to. One of the songs that we've taken a hope that the students have actually gravitated to this year is actually Boogie Nights. and they love Boogie Nights. That's one of their, and they wasn't born when Boogie Nights came out, but that's a song, even though it's so old, it's still a song they love to play. They love how the music makes them feel. They love the vibe. And also bringing back into the concert band. Last year we had our first concert band with me being here, and they really gravitated towards those sounds. So always with the students, I don't like to limit them to what they know, because I feel that they can always gravitate towards those different things, expand, because if you like music, I always say there's only a couple of notes in music, and you can only rearrange them in so many different ways. So if you like music, you're more than likely going to like the different genres and styles. So, yes, definitely we play songs off of TV shows. We play the songs from Dragon Ball Z. We play the SpongeBob theme from when they did the Bubble Bowl. We play rap songs from this year, like All My Life. We play songs that are just as old, like Whoop That, and just even older pieces. So versatility amongst musicians is just very, very important to me, and also just being able to make sure that they're versatile enough to be able to read, because you can have a student that wants to enjoy all those different amenities that music applies to itself, but without the knowledge to be able to read it or understand it, it makes it a lot harder for students to do the thing they enjoy and love.
Yeah. You mentioned concert band. That was probably my favorite, more so than marching band. I don't have the best rhythm, Mr. Williams, but concert band was something I definitely enjoyed. And you said something that's interesting, I think, and this is I wanted to ask you about this point, too, because I think a lot of times, when we think about funding, it's a big issue everywhere. Of course, our state of Mississippi, they're always talking about funding and cuts. It has always bothered me that the arts in its many forms, not just art classes, but music, does not always get the support that it needs. Is it your hope to also help people to see that the marching band is not just fun? It really is an important addition to the school, and also even to supporting the sports at the schools.
Unfortunately, I do honestly believe that the marching band is a very vital part to a school's viability and also its visibility. Recently, I had an experience of going to Memphis for an event, and I was talking to some of the students there, and I was telling them that I teach in Yazoo-City, and one of the students immediately jumped out, "Oh, Yazoo-City, I know that band, I see you on the internet." So even with our band growing in the way that it's growing and the things that we're able to do, we're also able to expand the view of Yazoo, not only just with it being sports, but people are able to see the band, and not only here in Mississippi, but people in Tennessee have seen our band, people in Arkansas have seen our band, people in Alabama, people in Louisiana have seen their band, and they know of our band. And they also know of the school, so it helps bring a little more positive light. Another thing that is very important with band is, a lot of people don't know this, but marching band, when it comes to college, marching band is one of the biggest payouts that especially these HBCU universities have. Within my first year here, we had 4 seniors, and out of those 4 seniors, we were able to gather over $800,000 in scholarships from over 13 different schools. And those students had the opportunity to go to whichever school they wanted to go to. Long as, like I said, I made sure that they knew their skills, knew how to read, how to prepare a piece, and they were prepared for the journey that was ahead of them. So since I've been here, I've ascertained at least over $1 million in scholarships, and that's just been under 2 years. They always say that the sports can offer students that way, but I always and I constantly believe, because I'm not only here to provide the students their opportunity to just grow musically and have the best time being one of the better bands in the Delta, but once they're done with this, they have the opportunity, if they want to go to college, to have it paid for. So when I was in school, I can tell us this on the radio, I wasn't necessarily the best student, but my grades were good enough that when I showed them I could play the trombone, they were able to offer me a full tuition scholarship to the college that I actually always wanted to go to. And that propelled me to be in the position that I am now. So without just me picking up that horn and being able to have somebody finance my school for me just off me knowing my instrument, that was very important for me to turn into the person I am now, and also be able to give these students the opportunity that my director gave me, which was the opportunity to take a chance on my own life.
Yeah. I love that, and it's a great reminder for all of us as the new school year is beginning. I want to say for those who are just tuning in, either on the radio side or online, you're listening to Conversations Live. We're excited to welcome Mr. Justin Williams to our broadcast today. He's the band director for the yazoo-city High School. We're talking with him not only about his own beginnings with music and band, but also what it's been like for him now to share that with the students. A couple more things I want to talk to you about, Mr. Williams, because you brought up something about, what you've been able to do already in Yazoo City. I think it's such a great thing. One thing I have definitely learned, I would not be where I am today if it was not for teachers who believed in me. I was just saying on Facebook recently, one of the biggest supports for my career was my art teacher in high school. How does that feel to know that just by your believing in someone and them being able to tell that you believe in them, that you've been able to inspire them to want greater things? How does that feel for you personally?
Personally, it is very, very new to me, and it's something that I've had to learn how to grab onto, because sometimes I like to think of myself as just me. I don't think about what others see me as, and others see me as their teacher, their professor, someone they respect and admire, someone who's given them the tools that they think they've needed to go on. I've had students that have come back and told me amazing things that I really wouldn't have thought about, of them thinking about me in that way. So to be able to be that for those students, the mentor, the teacher that they want and feel they need and deserve, to always give them a place where they are safe and happy is just a really big thing for me. And it kind of helps me kind of mature more too, and kind of help me more so understand not only just who I am, but what the students actually see me as when they look to see me. Because it's easy for us who are as adults to look at our lives and know us from 13 up until this point now. But these students know me as the 33-year-old music teacher who has provided them these opportunities. So they see me in a different light, and I've started to gravitate towards being that mentor for them, not just being who I usually am, but just being the mentor that they actually need completely in all the different aspects they have given me. So they've really taught me how to ways to grow, because I don't have kids myself, but these students have definitely shown me ways that I can be a little more soft, and while still being firm, and also just being a little more caring and being receptive to the different styles and different ways of learning and the different ways that students take in certain things. So I just appreciate them so much for just, honestly, just when I stand in front of them, it's almost like they hold up a mirror to me and show me who I am. And that's just a blessing that they can provide for me a lot.
Love that. So what are you looking forward to, Ms. Williams, as this new school year is beginning? What is it that you're looking forward to being able to do with the band, but also for the school this year?
Oh, my God. So like I said, today we just had our first performance at G.A. Carmichael over there by McDonald's. I'm not from down here, so I'm not really familiar with the area, but we just had our first performance, and I can say it's a very, very good first step. So the first thing that I'm looking forward to is showing every band that steps into our stadium, every stadium that we step into, that we are the better band, and if we're not the better band, you better look out, because we will be the better band next year. The other thing that I'm looking forward to is just introducing the school to a different sound from the ensemble. We have a couple of new songs, like Who Do I Run To, that I think the school, and not only the students, but the parents and the faculty would enjoy, not only during the football games, but when we have competitions. And competitions are the big thing. Last year, we were unfortunate to make it to any of our competitions due to some other things. But this year, I don't expect for those things to be in our way. And I expect our students to go out there and take the first place trophies that they are going to achieve from our competitions in Memphis, Little Rock. We have a competition in Alabama, and we also go to the Mardi Gras parade in Biloxi. And for the past 2 years, I'm happy to say that we have been the winners of the Biloxi Mardi Gras Battle of the Bands. I like to call them the King of Neptune. And those are just some things. Oh, and also, we have our seniors getting ready to graduate. We've been preparing them diligently for their scholarship, for their auditions, and we want to send them off to the right place. And we're also looking to host an event here in Yazoo, a marching band event where people can come out and not only see the band, because a lot of people don't make it out to the football games. A lot of people might not make it to the parades, or when they do make it to the parade, they might see the band for a second. I want people to be able to provide them this school year with an opportunity to not see the band for a second or not at a football game, but to enjoy the band in the whole. Want to be able to host an event and bring another band down there and put on a showcase for the city, not something they pay for, but just so that the people can be aware of what the students are doing, the great work that they are doing, and what their teacher is asking them to support. So I don't like just saying reach out and support the band. I like showing the community what I'm asking them to support and what it is that their support is going towards. So those are really just the big things for me, just a really competitive school year for us this year. We're going to do a lot of growth with because our counselors are amazing this year. They got my kids in my band classes, so I'm going to be really digging into the sight reading this year. We did a really good job over the summer digging into the sight reading, which is how our book was able to grow a little more this year. But I really want to get big into the reading, man, because that's really how we can really get into just really more difficult music. I don't know how everybody else does it, but I have to make sure my students are musically educated before I can take them on any ride. But this school year, just be looking forward to Yazoo-City being competitive throughout the Delta, but not only in the Delta, also in Memphis, Little Rock, and Alabama this school year. And I hope everybody just reach on out and just try to put your eyes on us at least once or twice.
Gotcha. Love that. So I have to ask you this then, for our radio audience here in Yazoo City and the Yazoo County area as well as throughout the state, how can we then support you in your goals? How can the community support the band and you, Mr. Williams?
Well, community, Yazoo, and one more time before you guys get off, I appreciate Yazoo City for accepting me. This is my third year here. I appreciate y'all for accepting me, supporting me. I appreciate all the kind words that you all have been telling me and the ways that you all can support our band. Always know that our band is always going to the football games. We're always going to the other competitions. We need water. So if you would like to donate a case of water to you can just bring it around to the band room during school hours. We would love to take those in. Also, if you like to do a little more, we do have the football season coming up, and like the kids, they need to eat before those games. They don't provide food for the students before those games, so we're going to have something set up. And I'm going to share that link as well with everyone, or how to get in contact with that link, to where if you would like to donate a meal, like say, for instance, if you would like to buy lunch meat and bread and chips and water for the kids that day, which would be like $60 or $70, so that they can eat for that day, or you would like to buy pizzas or maybe barbecue, we're going to set up a list for each one of the performers, and you can sign up for a spot. And when that day comes, you can sign up for your spot. You can bring whatever food it is you would like to donate. Right now, we don't want to do no money donations. So if you would know anything, whether it's an instrument that you have or an old stand that you have, just bring it and drop it to the band room, because any small thing helps. Anything helps, because I have someone who can fix instruments, and even if you have a broken instrument at home, just bring it to the school, and we would love to take it in, because there's what I do like to say, and I would like to say this real quick, the Delta is a beautiful place for music, and I'm going to say that twice. The Delta is a beautiful place for music. A real quick story, the first student I started here on trombone, I called him Magic, and the reason I called him Magic is because once I put the trombone in his hand, he just kind of gravitated to it. It was just like magic. He's already playing. And I was like, oh, he's Magic. Then the next school year came around, and I taught a couple more kids, and then I noticed something. He's not Magic. The area is Magic, because all I have to do is put the instrument in the student's hand. They take off. They're learning. They're thinking. They're focused. They're not who the students believe them to be. So with all that being said, these students deserve you all support in any way that you think is possible. You can just bring it to the high school and take it to the band room, and we will accept anything that you all please have, because if you donate something, it gives another student the opportunity to join band. So do not sit on it. There's another student out there who would love to be in band. We don't have all the instruments in the world, but another instrument would definitely add another student and help change their life and the trajectory that they will be able to go on, just like it did for me.
It's a great message and a great reminder, and again, a great way that all of us can be involved. Mr. Williams, appreciate you sharing those stories with us, and of course the ways that we can be of assistance. Again, everyone, Mr. Justin Williams has been our guest. Again, he's the band director for the Yazoo-City High School, talking with us not only about his own love of music, but also, of course, what it's been like for him working with the high school, what they're looking forward to this year, and of course, the role that all of us can be able to play in making sure they have a successful year. Mr. Williams, great to have you coming by WYAD today. Let our audience know, how can they stay connected with you and kind of keep up with what's going on?
Well, the easiest way to keep up with us, you can check us out, or you can check me out on Facebook at Justin Williams on Facebook. You can send me an email at jasd.k12.ms.us. If that was a lot, just rewind the video and they'll play it back for you. But you can send me an email, or coming to the high school, you can reach out to me on Facebook at Justin Williams. I'm the cute chocolate guy with his head cocked to the side. Or you can easily, and I know this is probably not all right, but you can give me a call, because this is my business phone number, at 870-209-2878, and just ask for Mr. Williams, and I'm going to be the one to answer. I appreciate you all. I appreciate you, Yazoo. I appreciate you all surrounding areas for just letting me come down here and do my Memphis thing with you all, and just accepting me and letting me grow into the person who the students need me to be. But if you guys have any questions, you can reach me by email, phone number, or just come by the high school and just ask for the band director in the back. And I'm pretty sure I will always be happy to speak with anyone.
All right, Mr. Williams, we appreciate that. We'll make sure that we add that information for our site as well. And definitely looking forward to speaking with you again.
Definitely will. I appreciate you all for having me, and I hope you guys have an amazing day.
You as well, man. And we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live, and let's go make today amazing. Take care.